Okay, what's up, everybody? It's at 12 o'clock. We're starting our webinar. So today we have a special guest, a special person who knows everything about logistics, transportations, how they save money on this. Please, guys, welcome Tim Bondarchuk to our webinar today.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Really great to meet you. Thank you so much, Dima, for such an opportunity for this stream and to share what's going on in logistics right now, because I believe for every seller right now, it's a huge challenge, and this is not a secret. So basically, let's for next 30 minutes discuss how we, what's going on actually in logistics, and what are the ways out to reduce the cost, and what are the solutions could be for everybody.
Yeah, guys, Tim, he is the owner of a company called Partner Trade. They're coming to our upcoming event Rise in Austin, Texas next week. It's November 4th till 6th. So Tim will bring some cool ideas and some bonuses and benefits for all of you guys. So being at the Rise event, it means saving a lot of money on logistics. So Tim, a question for you. So I've heard right now the container prices start to go down a bit.
Yeah, that's really true. I believe there are a couple of reasons for that. Containers really going down. We can see in some cases the price can go down almost twice. If we are talking about regular sea, that's a huge, great surprise, positive some news for the whole market. And I hope that actually from the next year, after the Chinese New Year, prices could be much more even stable than right now. We are not really sure that it's just for a couple of months what's going on right now. I believe just because these prices, actually, we are talking about the prices to the ports of Long Beach to LA. If we're talking about the whole world, they are not really much reduced in price.
Mm-hmm. Why happening right now? Do you think it's because of the government will try to sue these logistics companies or what?
I'm not really sure, because basically most of these companies that actually control the market, they're not US companies. And they are even not Chinese companies. The top 10 companies, they belong to like 100, 200 years old European companies who actually hold most of the market. And I believe just because of the great congestion, more than 100 ships right now are waiting to be downloaded in the port of Long Beach in California. So basically, people start looking for some options. And as far as I know, there are many, many different ports around. There are, in general, in the United States, 273 ports. But if we're talking about delivery to Amazon from China, most of people, they talk about LA and Port of Long Beach. And there is only one port that has such a huge congestion. So basically, if you work with this road from China to LA, exactly to Port of Long Beach, there are some reduces of the prices. I'm talking about like $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 less than it was like a month ago. And that's great news.
So what's the average price right now for standard 40 feet container, let's say from Shenzhen?
Well, most sellers, they try to use a DDP service, like if we're talking about Inca terms, right? So in DDP, it could be really different prices, because DDP is it's like a bunch of services inside one. And for one product, it could be about $20,000, $25,000, included all the duties. For another one, it could be 14. So if we are talking about just the freight, it could vary from $10,000 to $12,000 per container.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's still a huge increase from what we used to pay.
Yeah, like used to pay like a year ago. But if we're talking about like the last quarter, so when the regular sea, then it used to be about 40, 45 up to 60 days transit time. and still you're paying about $22,000-$23,000 for a regular container. That's crazy. I don't know how you guys can handle it, because despite that, the market is growing, and almost each service provider in Amazon is just growing. We are getting more and more requests. We're getting more and more customers. And I believe that the only way out is all the price is going to be paid out by the consumer.
So the question is like, like the biggest issue was facing recently. It's like you're getting a quote from logistics, let's say for $17,000 per container. The moment you agree, it's already 18.5. So how regular sellers can like what's the process? Like what would be the suggestion for the seller how he should act to make sure he getting the quote that he received? Like and not speculations, because like a lot of people they feel like right now they in control, like in logistics. Like what do you feel?
There is no speculations, guys, from the freight forwarder, I'm telling you, because the freight forwarder is actually, we are those who try to make the deal for you easier, just easier and faster. We're looking for the best solutions on the market. We combine them in a chain. One of our main jobs is to find each point from the manufacturer in China up to FBA delivery. It's about 10 points there. How to pick up the products from the factory, how to make the custom in China, how to consolidate it, how to book the container, what the company gonna be for exporting, and what kind of certification you need to import that to United States. Then the freight itself, then deal with the port and with the shipping lines, then paying all the fees for the port and shipping line, then the custom clearance, then taking the container from the port to CFS station, any different 3PL, or directly to Amazon, doing all the stuff in here. And we like support in here. We're not those who actually move the product itself. We just organize that in the system and give you the time so you can predict and have some focus on that. But if in that the whole chain, there are some changes, we can just react. We're not actually those who can influence on that. We are your logistic supply chain, your team on outsource. But you're not paying for that. You're paying like for the whole chain. So basically, one of the ways out, as I see, is buy more, ship more, and try to pray more. The prices used to change like each week. The price for the last like half a year, prices used to change each week. Nobody can do anything in here. I believe only if you ship, I don't know, like 300, 500, I don't know, 1,000 containers in one shipment, in one booking on one ship, so you can negotiate with the shipping line. But if you're a small guy, you have like 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 containers, you just accept wherever they give you. If for example, they're gonna give you the ready date for the cutoff from the port, like I don't know, like November 17th, for example, and if you can get the news on November 15th that you are not going to be on this ship and next ship going to be in the week, but all your products already have the docks on the customs duty, and you have already the BOL, and they're going to change it for the different ship, but you stay in the yard. Everything what you can do is just relax and wait. You cannot change what you cannot change. So basically, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, the question is like, I have a couple questions. Actually, the question number one would be about, let's say if I already booked my shipment, and my container, and let's say I paid $20,000 per container, and this week the containers become 17,000 or 18,000. Is there any way for me to reimburse this money and reschedule the shipment until it got picked up? Like, did you see situations like that?
If you are not still on the ship and you are not still in the yard, we can change the booking.
And how you can confirm that? Like what time frame you have for that?
Well, at least like 5 to 7 days before the cutoff.
So just saying, like, let's say if I book the last week, like, and I can contact you, like how long I should wait for the answer? What's the response time?
Well, it depends when you've been picked up by the freight forwarder to make the booking, and actually that already the freight forwarder possesses your cargo, and the exact date when the shipping line comes out from the port. So when the ship is out. But in general, about a week.
Is there any way I can track my shipment? Like, I don't know, like every single parts of the shipment, like, like I buy product on Amazon and I can see product been prepared, product been placed, product been shipped, product out of the delivery. It will. So is there any way for me to see that product?
We do that. Yeah, in our company, what we have like shipment statuses. So basically, as soon as you have an order in our company, like if you get any quote and you agree to the deal, and we work with your shipment, as soon as we picked up the shipment, you get the first status, like the shipment number, blah, 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 with the product, blah, 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 for the client number, like PT number 007 is picked up. Then, for example, there's going to be a message in the email. Then the next message is going to be in 5 days, as soon as we are ready with the customs and for the cutoff. As soon as the shipment is ready and already on the ship, and the ship estimated time departure, what gives you just as soon as the cargo is picked up by our company, and you get the numbers of ETD, ETA. ETD is estimated time departure, and ETA estimated time arrival. One of the main words in here is estimated. So, but basically there are not much influence on the transit time, only like weather or some other things. But the main thing is exactly in the ports. All the congestions are in the ports, most of them. If we're talking about like China or the port of somewhere in the United States. So the next status you're gonna get, like your cargo already left the port. The next status, your cargo already in the port B, like for example, I don't know, like Florida, Miami, New York, New Jersey, or somewhere like Houston, whatever. So basically, you get in the statuses. In general, it depends on which way you choose to deliver your cargo. If you work like with Express could be like 5 days. You have only like 3 statuses. If you work by air, you have about 5 statuses. If your shipment goes by regular sea, you can get about 5 to 7 statuses. That the last status is going to be the exact address to deliver. Like it could be our 3PL warehouse or somebody else, or like yours warehouse. Not Amazon, because we're not really sure how Amazon can pick up the product, because you can make the appointment, but like what's going on with the appointments in Amazon right now.
I'm really appreciate such a detailed answer about every single part of the container movement.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, you get the statuses. You just get the emails with the number of your shipment and your client and your product, so you know what's going on.
Let me tell you this way. Okay, so let's say someone's shipping the container and they're attaching the invoice, and they underestimate invoice. I don't know who is doing that, but some people, they can make invoices smaller than they are. So how often the customs can catch you, and what type of fees you're gonna face if, let's say, your invoice was for $200,000, but you put only like $30,000?
Well, I have 2 answers. The first thing,
I know you have a short answer and you have a long answer. Let's start with the short one.
Yeah, let's start with the short one.
The long one is 7 years in prison, yeah, but the short one,
yeah, the long in 10 years. So if you have ever worked already with Chinese companies that gives you the really great price for DDP, you may check the price, not DDP, DDU on the market, so without your duty paid, and check the percentage for your duty on the website. It's like hts.gov, I believe, HTC, or HTS, HTC on Google, and you have the invoice. So, and if you have numbers, for example, like DDU, you have $1,000, and for your invoice, you have to pay $2,000 for duty. So it's supposed to be together DDU $3,000. And if you get the price from Chinese company, I'm going to tell you why I'm talking about the Chinese exactly, for 1,500. What do you think is going on with your cargo and with your docks?
I know customs may not catch you, no?
May not, exactly. So that's may not. So that means you're taking the risks on yourself because you're the owner of the product. And if the statistics is only 5%, so about 5% of all the cargo goes on inspection. That's in general, but I'm not sure what is the percentage exactly in Los Angeles, because most of the LCL, the cargo that is not the full container load, goes, if you work with the Chinese, they have service only for Los Angeles. So if all the Chinese companies for the LCL, most of them for the DDP, have the service only for the Los Angeles, you may have the answer, like they have some special deals with the customs or something to make these deals for Los Angeles. So my only advice will be, sometimes you can use such services and low price to like, I don't know, like really small shipment, or you have like huge margin in there, and you I don't know, you're not really, your business is not really dependent on this batch, you know. But if you work on your capitalization, if you work with your company that you're gonna sell sometime, if you work on your brand, it's better to work. It's better to work like black and white, you know. So
Tim, I was mainly focusing not on line on the invoice, but about legal ways to, like, you know, like let's say paying taxes in USA. You know, there's one way paying truly taxes, and there's another way. It's hire professionals who know how to optimize categories of your expenses, and then you pay less taxes. Just giving you an example, like the guy from the previous event, the guy who was speaking at the previous event for the taxes, he showed me the way how to restructure and recategorize my expenses and my income. That saves me almost it's like $63,000 or $67,000 just from categorization. So let's say I have an invoice coming from China with a container, and you know, like the invoice, it's such a broad thing, you know, like how much the product costs, because you always can put in the cost of the product everything, like people count the electricity, work of additional employees, blah 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 blah. But if, let's say, product itself costs less, you can reduce legally this category, you know, like, and the invoice breaking down by the category, and everything that goes into the container goes in one category, you know, while other categories like product research and development, improvements, you know, can be reduced from the invoice legally. So this way, there's no issues. Like, I'm not saying lying on the invoice and saying, hey, let's just cut off the 50%, but legal recategorization of the lines of the invoice, you know, like, may help you to. So how often do you think it's possible to utilize such a strategy?
you can use it each time, but not do it yourself. So we do that. We really work on optimization. We have like special guys who actually interfere in a supply chain of the seller's business, they investigate all the whole supply chain, what actually used to be in the business. They find some gaps, they find some solutions, what we can do, and then can make an offer. Basically, for these cases, we work with the businesses that have like the big businesses. Like, I mean, if you have at least like 5, 10 containers, like 10, 15 containers each month, that works.
Listen, Tim,
So what we do, yeah, I answer your.
Here's the thing. I know what you're trying to say. Listen, we have a public webinar where we cannot just simply talk everything. But I know you're gonna come to the Rise event in Austin, and I know you're gonna drop this amazing ideas, not ideas, but actually things that you can do for clients. And I know what you're doing. I know how much you was improving, and I have such a great feedback from people who start to work with you. Anyway, let's get back to your question. Let's go back to the congestion in LA. Okay, so
let me answer, Dima. Let me answer your question.
Yeah.
For the categorization, you can work with that if you have the connection with the broker. And if, for example, because the broker is the one who is responsible in front of the customs. So what we do, you have a pen. This pen have the duty for 3%, but this one has the duty for 25%. And we negotiate with the broker. Could this pen can be like this pen by docs? And then we work with the common sense. If the broker, our broker, can say yes, there is no reason to pay more, we can work with numbers and we give this offer to our seller. If the broker gonna sell, listen guys, that's gonna be a total disaster and we cannot pass the customs with that, so we don't work with it. So there are ways for optimization. But basically, the ones who can work with it is better to work with it forward who actually knows the broker. If you have your own broker who can do that for you, guys, you're a lucky one.
I love it. Okay, so we have about another like 5-7 minutes left. So what about this? What is the ways like this congestion? Like in LA, I've heard right now Biden is bringing the military forces to help to unload the disaster that's going on there. Like, what does it mean? Like if it's really gonna happen, or like, what's the estimate?
As for my personal opinion, this disaster gonna continue for much more longer than everybody expect. Because even if they put some forces and the whole port gonna work like 24/7. And they're gonna reload all these 100 ships that right now in the port, where they're gonna put all these containers.
That's what I'm saying.
On a yard, but the yard is not, like there are some limitations. So basically, we already have cases when actually as soon as it's gonna be reloaded, you cannot get the container to pick up from the port, from the yard. There is no access. Because around the container in the whole yard, like thousands of different containers, and they're not gonna tell you the date that you can do that. So basically, it's gonna go delays and delays. Then gonna lack of chassis. Then gonna be lack of tracker. Then gonna be the lack, and actually that's already happening. It's a huge demand for warehouses in California. The price for warehouse lease in California jumped up to 35% for the last 6 or 7 months, and there is a lack of labor. So basically, all of the lags goes on delays. So my personal opinion, if you have no choice how to work only with the California, better to find any kind of solution. So what we do right now as a solution, we work with a different kind of shipping lines. Like you heard, and many other sellers know that there is the shipping line like Matson. They have a special dock, and the transit time for Matson is 11 days, not 18 to 22 to 25 like regular. Door to door, our statistics for Matson is about from 25 to 35 days door to door. That's a great numbers for California, because regular sea goes with the congestion. You can stuck there up to 60, sometimes 90 days. But the price for the medicine is about like 50 to 70% more on each CBM that you ship. Plus, it is really hard to get in the ship, because they have like two different kinds of ship. One ship has only 1,000 containers. Another ship has 1,500 containers. But the regular sea is about 5,000 containers. So that's why it sometimes is better to work with the medicine and like overpay this 50%, but you will not go to out of stock. So it is worth to work with your unit economy and your inventory. So if you know like what you're gonna sell, how you're gonna push on your marketing, how you're gonna work with your different kind of channels that you sell, and you know your margin, and sometimes it's better to pay extra $1 or $2 to reduce your margin, but sell more in a specific period for specific products, than trying to reduce each cost in the beginning, and then you're gonna pay over in the end. So, and that's one thing, one point of optimization. Another one, guys, go to different ports. Go to different ports. Look what's going on in Texas. Look what's going on in Florida. Even right now, we have checked all the East Coast. If you have your manufacturers, for example, somewhere around the Shanghai area, yeah, all the ports and all the manufacturers around, your price for the full container are going to be more or less same that goes to Los Angeles. Yes, you're gonna have like about 7, maybe 9 days extra in the transit time, but like Massachusetts is empty. The next day you have pickup from Amazon. The next day there is no congestion. There is huge truck companies that are waiting for you to work with you. They want to work with you. They're not so busy. So basically, I believe that all your roads that used to work with the California supposed to be divided and separated around different ports, unless you have like less container load and you deal only with the Chinese and you work only with a better price, and Chinese gonna give you always the California, because they have some special black hacks there for sure.
Yeah, I like it. So how about Texas, Miami? How about this, like a bottom part of the
Great work. We have lots of shipments to we have shipments to San Francisco, to Oakland, to Texas, to Florida, to New York, to Seattle. Great work.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, Tim. So also, what about people like, okay, we're talking about containers, but look, there's plenty of people who want to send 5 pallets, 7 pallets. It's like sometimes it's way less than container. Do you help? Do you do this like a combinations of? Do you have this like
consolidation?
How does it work? How does it work? Consolidation.
Well, the problem with the consolidation is time, because, like, for example, you can imagine that the company has like the booking for container for either November 15th, and your product is ready in November 3rd, and they're going to give you weight. So basically, you go on the market, you check the prices, and you go with somebody else who can have the booking like much more closer to your ready date of the cargo. But you have to have a look on which port it goes. We go to different ports. Yes, mostly we still going to LA as well, because we have the warehouse in LA, we have a warehouse in New York, and right now we're about to open a new warehouse on the East Coast and a new warehouse in West Coast. But still, so basically, if you have the container load, check which port you go and be ready to wait until like maybe 1 week, maybe 10 days, but it's worth it. It's worth it to work.
Tim, is there any way, for example, if I come to your company and I say, hey, Tim, I want to schedule a delivery by the specific ship. Could you do it? Like, could you just call and say, hey, do you have a spot for the specific ship that's coming out from the China?
Specific ship, like exact line and exact date?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works a little bit different. Like you telling your shipment ready date, like you telling me like this factory, exactly in this area, I have, I don't know, like 25 CBM product ready. It's like 10,000 units. This is my invoice. This is my packing list. This is my certifications. This is my photo of the product. So please give me the quote. And the ready date is like November 20th. And they're going to tell you the nearest way for you to LA with the LCL going to be like, for example, November 27th. The nearest date for Florida going to be like November 29th. The nearest date for New York going to be November 24th. And I give you different transit times, more or less, not the company gives you, but I can give you. Why? I know the situation in the port, and I give you more or less that you can rely on. So, and you have options. You have options. Whatever is, sometimes you can wait more by transit time and pay the same price, but less risks to be in the congestion. So right now it's like risk management, more or less.
I got you. Okay, guys. So there's a couple things that I want to add. You know, like the team will come to the event in Austin next week, and he's gonna give you like some cool nuggets about some benefits that he cannot share publicly. Right before the webinar happened, he said like, Dima, can I say that? I said like, you know, some things we cannot say. So, and that's going to be a private mastermind, guys, where will be around 60 people coming. So we're going to discuss and mastermind and help each other. The event is called Rise. And right now in the chat, guys, we're going to place a link to the event. Also, Tim, he's the owner of the company Partner Trade, and Partner Trade gonna provide you a great bonus, you know, like for the upcoming event. We're gonna give you $500 discount for anyone who gonna use the coupon code. It's called Partner Trade 500. This will help you to choose the ticket and do check out. We're gonna be in Austin, Texas next week from November 4th till November 6th. It's going to be 3 days of awesome information. There are going to be only sellers who currently selling and growing, so they're going to help each other. So please, please make sure you come with the questions and problems that you want to solve. That's going to be very, very important. Another part, guys, if you, as Tim was mentioned, but we also have a great link. If you want to, you can contact me directly as well. I can give you the link of all the ships that go in from China from different locations. It's like a Google Flights, but it's for the ships, you know, so you can see the schedule and everything and an estimated time of the delivery. So this kind of for you just to pre-check or whatever if someone likes to have more data. But coming to Tim, guys, when you go to Tim, he can help you to reduce a lot of money on logistics. I know what he's done for my other friends who I referred to him, and that was just completely awesome. And all with the certification and all this invoice optimization categories, you will see how it works. Tim, how people can reach out to you? What's the best way?
Guys, thank you so much, Dima, for such words. Yeah, for any questions, guys, that you have in future or right now, for the shipments, for the warehousing, how to import your goods in the United States, I will ask right now to put the links for my company for website. And plus, I can ask you guys to please put in the chat right now the links for my Instagram and the Facebook. You can reach me out there. Sometimes I'm making some posts about what's going on in logistics right now and how you can actually, you know, reduce some cost and what kind of issues going on right now in the world of logistics. So please follow me, or if you have a direct question, you may just put DM, and my pleasure will be to help you out with that if I can. And I'm going to tell you some words about Dima and Rise. If you still not have the ticket for Rise, you're missing one of the biggest investment in your life that you can make. Guys, I know Dima not for 1 year already. I've been to Kiev and our back office there. I've been to different events, and I really love what he does. Such of energy, such of kind of information, of insights, of community that he can combine in one place, how he deal with all the questions, how he deal with all the issues that people have in their businesses. That's just amazing. Moreover, people work with him not only like just because he got some hacks. It's always about some community. So there is no better investment than investment in yourself, because your business is just a reflection of what you are and who you are. So the more you invest in yourself, the better you become as a manager, as a salesman in your company, as an owner, as a founder, as an inventor, the better your business becomes. So guys, for sure, my strong advice, just go for the rise. That's going to be one of the greatest investments in your life. My pleasure will be to see you there. I just can't wait. I already have booked all the flights, all the hotels, and it's going to be a really great event. We're going to have some great parties and great networking after all. You cannot
Tim,
miss
thank
it.
you so much. I'm glad we gave you $500 discount for your listeners. Guys, you can always reach out Tim at partnertrade.com, correct? This is
.us. Yeah.
Partnertrade.us, guys. Just go on the website, check it out, send a quote, just talk to these guys and ask what's the situation, or maybe if you want to speak about containers or puppies, they always happy to help you guys. So thank you so much, guys, for being with us for the last 30 minutes. I will see you next week in Austin, and I hope you will have amazing Q4, and that will help you to make more money and invest in a better future. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you.
Thank you so much.